Yeah, good evening. Welcome again to our regular program on the Crystal Beam podcast. Today we're going to be discussing something very serious. Okay, let's look at this. In Nigerian politics, alliances form under bright lights, but often fall apart in the shadows of ambition. Today we are discussing a word that resonates from the halls of power to the streets: betrayal. What does betrayal mean in a world where loyalty is often just a trade and winning is the only goal? Did you hear that? Loyalty is often a trade and winning is the only goal. Welcome to our podcast, the Crystal Beam Podcast, where we break down Nigerian politics. I'm your host, Obi Christy Ndukwe, the media FBI for some of you, and some also call me Adoha, whichever one you want. We've all seen it happen. A politician once a close ally or son, political son, to a political godfather, suddenly switches parties. The headlines declare he's a traitor. He betrayed his benefactor. But let's take a moment to consider it. Is it always that straightforward? Betrayal is defined as breaking trust. But in our political context, trust isn't a legal contract. It's an unwritten changing agreement. Unwritten but changing agreement, yet an agreement. A politician supports their leader, campaigns for them, and helps them gain power. In return, there's an unspoken expectation. You will be rewarded. We will succeed together, they say. Our futures are linked. That's what they always say. What happens when the leader becomes a serial loser? Well, we're going to be having a guest to discuss this topic, but today I'm just going to do the introduction. We're going to bring a political analyst and a commentator. He's going to be the one to delve into this matter and then give us what his thoughts are. So for now, I keep his name. When a leader, I'm quoting what people always say, when a leader consistently fails to change their approach despite repeated advice from followers and allies, do these followers betray the leader by leaving, or are they justified in moving on when the leader has become a serial loser? This, my friends, is the main issue we need to explore. Let's look at it from two angles. First, the moral argument. This is the traditional view. Loyalty is seen as a virtue. It goes like this: the man helped you rise from obscurity. You owe him. You stick by him no matter what. This is at the heart of the godfather-protege bond. But when the protege leaves, it's not just a political shift, it's a personal betrayal. It violates the deep cultural value of loyalty to your benefactor. But let's be real. That one is an ideal situation. But in real terms, let's see. Is politics the right place for blind loyalty? Me, I was thinking it's only in religion. That's where you have blind loyalty to your faith. But let's look at this. This brings us to the second and more practical argument, the case for self-preservation. In all that you are doing, all that you are pursuing, there is a case for self-preservation. The main goal of a political alliance isn't to create a story of unwavering loyalty. The goal is to win, gain power, whether to serve the people or one's interests. Either way, I'm telling you, it matters. When a leader fails repeatedly and their strategies result in loss after loss, they betray their followers. Did you see that? That's another form of betrayal. You know, when there is a serial loss, I mean, you are betraying your followers. They betray the purpose of the alliance. They came into alliance in the first place because they wanted to do something and win and take over power. And then maybe you become the leader, be sworn in whatever position, while the follower is also rewarded. By sticking with a serial loser, a politician isn't being loyal. That's the definition. Once you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and you are never winning, this one is not about loyalty again. You are risking your career. They choose stagnation over a chance at power. Think about this. Is a captain who keeps steering his ship into storms betraying his crew, or is the crew betraying him by abandoning the sinking ship? The crew's choice isn't about disloyalty. It's about survival. Survival is important. So the next time you hear someone call a politician or a follower a traitor, consider asking, did the leader offer a clear route to victory? What was his strategy to win the election or take over power? Was the leader open to new ideas from their allies? Because they are very stubborn leaders who think they know everything, they know it all. And then even when their followers give them new ideas based on the experience they have also got, and sometimes it may even be because of the knowledge they garnered from somewhere, or maybe God is just speaking through them. These leaders may not even want to listen because they believe that they know all, Mr. Know It All. Did the leader's stubbornness and failures push their followers away? That's another thing to ask, because it's not enough to say that the person has left, has betrayed, but the stubbornness and the failures of the leader could have also contributed, in making this his followers to leave. In the end, in Nigerian politics, loyalty isn't an oath. Did you hear me? It's not an oath. It's a business deal. The way every other thing is business, people chase their careers, translate into business, make money and sort themselves, take care of their families and their bills. That's how people who are also in politics do. So don't come and tell me, oh, because we are only doing it for the nation, for the country, for people to be in yes, even if people are in government, are they not also going to take care of? All over the world is like that. Even in America, loyalists are rewarded. So there's nothing there. So I mean, it's a business. It's a business. Don't forget, even Jesus said it, that he must be about his Father's business. What is your business? That's your focus. That's what you want to do. And that's what you want to pursue. And then you are also hoping to get something out of it. So the question is, when somebody is following a particular leader of a particular group or party, what does the person intend to achieve? Or just to be counted in the numbers? No, it's never like that. When that deal fails due to poor leadership, partners can rightly dissolve the partnership and seek new opportunities. It's not a court now. People are not tied to the apron strings of people. You can decide to wait. Hopefully, maybe someday there will be a change. But if somebody decides to move on, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If the thing is not working and the leadership, the quality of leadership is poor, I mean, people can decide to move. They are partners in progress. Nobody is tied to anybody. It's not a servant master relationship. It's a partnership. It is a relationship. You do for me, I do for you. You lead, I follow, I give you what you need. I bring the votes, I bring the people to you. So when it's no longer working, people have the right to dissolve this partnership and seek new opportunities. Just like you seek new opportunities in life, people travel all over, go out, leave the shores of the country just to go and find new ways of surviving. So that's how it is. Particularly, nobody wants to be in a group that keeps making excuses for failing. I mean, you can't keep failing and making excuses. Of course, Nigerian politicians, they will tell you, well, the reason is because the other people rigged. Who know they rig? That's the question. Who know they rig? Because nobody will admit it, that they don't, that they do rig elections. But we know what goes on. In any case, the parties are just a matter of nomenclature, just changing name. Because the truth is that people move from party A to B. It's still the same people. Nobody has changed. Nothing new has come in. So it's not really about coming to do anything new. So even if you as a leader, you're not rigging, maybe your followers, you are giving them the chance to rig for you in order to win. After all, it's to enthrone you. That's what matters. The important thing is to win. The rest can go to court, as they always say. Well, the real betrayal isn't always from the one who leaves. Sometimes it's the leader who, through incompetence or stubbornness, dooms the hopes of those who believed in him. How do people even sleep, knowing that thousands and millions of destinies are tied to them, following them, and they are very careless with these things, and they lose this election serially back to back, back to back, back to back. And some of them, when they lose, they return to Dubai or one other country. Some will even say they want to go to school, they want to obtain one other degree or whatever, and that's it. They abandon their followers, no word, no communication, nothing. When the next election year comes, it's getting close, they come out from wherever they have hidden. Some have enjoyed the luxury of life, made money for their children, for their family, and the next thing they come out, bring out the peanuts for the people, and the people begin to scramble like, dogs scrambling for bones, just to, be busy, just to be part of it, without even any clear-cut, strategy on how to win the election again. Some just want to let it be that their name is in the news. Every year, they have become regular customers to INEC. Their name is always there on the ballot. They want to contest either party A, party B, or party C, and they know they will lose because they have not even learned from experience or from their mistakes in the past. So like I said, the real betrayal isn't always from the one who leads. Sometimes it's the leader through his incompetence, through stubbornness, through inability, just refusing to do the right thing. And you dash the hopes of those who believe in you. And then you expect that when you return, they come back to you again. Not everybody returns, though. Some may return while some will leave. So this is the issue we are looking at. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for tuning to the Crystal Beam Podcast, where we do the political talk and every other gist in politics as it concerns the Niger Delta, Nigeria, Africa, and the rest of the world. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts in the comments on our social media. Until next time, I am Christy Obi Ndukwe. Don't go away.